About 6 years ago, I used to work in an enormous building in the graveyard shift, all alone, in which no one wanted to work at night for some reason. For a long time, I thought people might not want to work at night because of the loneliness of the job. But one day I found out the real reason, and I left that job soon after. Years after that, it continues to make me uncomfortable whenever I think about that. In this episode of our channel, I'm sharing my own story and not someone else's. My story is going to take a while to be told, but stay with me, because whatever I am going to tell is from first-hand experience and is the truth. My father died in 2008 when I had just completed high schooling and we were in an enormous debt. I still am in poverty, but that story can be told another day. So to continue my studies, I needed to find work, and for 3 years I sold pakoras on the street and taught little children maths. In 2012, I was recruited into an ISP in our small town to work in the night shift. During the interview, I was particularly asked if I would feel scared to stay alone at night in the third story of the enormous building with one security guard in the ground floor. I was never comfortable, but I needed that job. Plus, being in a night shift, I could attend my college during the daytime. I worked in that office between February 2012 to August 2013, and during this time I never got curious to ask anyone why no one wanted to work at night. I had heard before me someone else used to work at night, but he left abruptly. My work was to pick calls from clients who would have problems with their internet connection and provide simple solutions. Anything complex, and I had to note down their names and addresses and pass the list to my senior via email, and technicians would take care of them during the next day. It was a simple job and I would not receive much call, and so by 11, I would spread a thick blanket on the floor and fall asleep with the receivers beside my head, just in case someone phoned. June 2013 was the month I was supposed to find out why no one was ready to work at night. That night, the security guard, with whom I had developed a very close friendship, came to the third floor and asked me if he could sleep in my room, as there were too many mosquitoes in the ground floor. Understand, he was supposed to stay awake, but he used to take advantage of my attitude and sleep every night, and the whole building had no security camera. Anyway, we were both sleeping in the same room. The two receivers were on either sides of my head, and the lights were turned off. I had locked the door loosely, keeping the lights of the corridor on. About 3 a.m., I woke up to a sound as if someone was walking with his feet dragging to the floor. It was an inconvenient sound and very loud. I was facing the door and could see the lights on the other side of the door through the thin gap between the floor and the door. I stayed down, staring directly at that gap, trying to understand what or who was it. As I waited, the sound got louder and louder, and soon I saw feet of someone crossing my door. My heartbeat got faster, but I thought that it must be the security guard. But when I looked behind me, he was fast asleep. My blood froze at this, and the sound started to get louder again, and soon the feet appeared near my door. This time, instead of just crossing my door, it stopped there and didn't move. I waited for whoever it was to move away, but he would not. Then I did the stupidest thing. I thought it could be an intruder, and instead of waking up the security guard quickly, I tiptoed to the door while the thing still stood there and pulled it open suddenly. There was no one, but a gust of wind hit my face, causing me to get goosebumps all over. I woke up the security guard now and explained to him everything. He took out his torch, turned all lights on, and searched the whole building, but could find no one. Finally, he came to me and said that it could be a demon. I could not sleep again. I dropped messages to those who worked during the day, explaining what I saw. I reached office next day a little early to catch others. This was when the stories started to emerge. One explained that he did the night shift a few days and he could always hear someone climbing up and down the stairs in the middle of the night. Another said that he saw a chair being moved around from one corner of the terrace to another corner by something that wasn't visible. That was why no one would like to work at night, and I stayed there for more than a year. I left that company in August after they gave me an increment of $3 after working for them for more than 1 year. They used to pay me around $55 per month. Yes, the salary was scarier than the demon. I used to attend college in the morning, teach from afternoon to twilight, and then go to office to support my education and to stay alive. They have installed cameras in the office these days, and I sometimes wonder if they have been able to capture anything. We'd like to invite you to share your personal strange stories with us if you have any, and we might make an episode on your story. You can send your stories to manyrealitischannel@gmail.com.